Some thoughts on color match dyeing for costume production. The most common way that costume designers communicate color to dyers is with the Pantone system. Because the Pantone color system is universally recognized, a costume designer in California can say to dye something Pantone 703, and a dyer in North Carolina can see what color of red they mean. Some costume designers dislike working with the Pantone system and would prefer to provide a swatch of a textile or an object in the right color. In this case, the challenge for the dyer is how to match a textile to a swatch with two different textures. A trick that works for me in this case is to place the dyed fabric next to the color swatch and stand at a distance. Then I unfocus my eyes and see whether I can discern the border between the two. What if the swatch you're given isn't even made out of fabric, such as this vintage button? Further clarification is needed from the costume designer. What element of the button are we trying to match? The smooth dark brown center, or one of the lighter values that reflectivity and texture impart to the concentric circle elements? Some costumes have a bold print for which the costume designer would like you to match a fabric to one element in that print for a contrast trim or garment. For this example, let's imagine that our costume designer wants us to dye two different fabrics to match these two blue leaf colors. For our fabric on the right, it looks like we've gotten a pretty close match to our original swatch. Our swatch on the left is problematic. It looks like it's woven from two different fiber contents, one of which took the dye nicely, the other of which did not. Also, in comparison to our original swatch, it seems like that second leaf is perhaps a color more green than blue. We'll want to dip this again in a bath with some yellow dye in order to achieve our match. Pantone Connect is an app for your phone that can help with pulling a specific color out of a complex print or determining a Pantone color from a swatch if you do not have a Pantone guide or if you don't trust your own eye for color. Using the app, I was able to import a photo of our leafy branch textile and determine the Pantone colors of each of the two leaves our costume designer wanted match dyed. The physical Pantone color guides can be quite expensive, but with this app, you can look up a Pantone number to access the swatch from your phone. Looks like Pantone 5825 is a kind of dirty gold color. I can select full screen for a larger color swatch. I could also select formula to see the recipe for this Pantone color. These are pigments, not dyes, but it gives you an idea of where to start in determining your recipe. If you don't have the app or can't get reception, you can always try it the old-fashioned way. Cut a hole in a piece of white paper to isolate the fabric you've dyed and the section of the print you're trying to match from the rest of the visual information. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell for notification of new content. Please join me each Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern for Open Studio Stream.